Alright, it's been a while since I've done a video game review, and I've been wanting to do these for a while. So, Bolter, I'll tell you right now, it's like a strong C+. It's not really a B-. It does a lot of things right, but they didn't get the fine-tuning right. They kind of fucked up on that. So, let's talk about everything they do right. I love the Bolter. I like how in the game that me personally, I use the Bolter more than anything. Then I'll go to like the plasma rifle, and then maybe the melter gun's a lot of fun, but it's really about the Bolter, and I think the Bolter is done really well. I like the chainsaw attack, the hand grenades. Oh, the hand grenades, the crack grenades are great for fucking Terminators. It's pretty much an anti-tank hand grenade, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. You throw it, you hit somebody in the chest, and it makes their insides their outsides. Pretty fucking simple. The frag grenades are ridiculously good. Like, fucking wipe out a whole city like fucking good. The first chapter is a little slow. The second chapter and the third chapter, the game really shines. The Chaos Space Marines are probably one of the best enemies in the game. The one, the Chosen, the guy who fucking dies and comes back to life, the complete motherfucker. He's great. He does the job he's supposed to. Puts a lot of pressure on you, and he's just like a nightmare to kill. You do see a lot of Terminators with the auto cannons, and that is kind of like a lot of like that's the only Terminator you really see, which kind of sucks. Me personally, I would have liked to see the like Thousand Suns, but I'm guessing they're using like, I think Black Legion is like Chaos Undivided, so that's why you get all the Chaos Demons. Let's talk about the demons. Nurgle can go fuck itself. I hate Nurgle. The Nurglings, the little toady bitches, you'll probably see later, I fucking hate. But the Zinch, they're all great. So, let me talk about things that I would have done a little bit differently with the game. I would have started out with at least the bolt pistol and the chain sword. I would have had the actual pistol version. The ammo pickups for like the crack rounds and stuff is so fucking cool. To me, having the Bolter with that big ass like drum magazine is so fucking nice. But it's like once you pick up the ammo, it automatically loads onto the gun. It's like, why couldn't we have like an inventory? I can choose between 3 grenades. You know, the vortex grenade that I think looks kind of stupid. As you hold it, it looks like a skull. It just should look like some kind of fucking grenade. But like, why can't we just have like a regular fucking inventory? Quake 2, I think, did this. Quake 2 gave you like you can collect power-ups, then save them for later, rather than just fucking throwing them on there. Another big complaint I have is when you find the Mechanicus, the Tech Marine power-up thing, and then you can upgrade one of your weapons to like a little bit better. It would have been pretty cool to have like a workbench that you go and you turn in the token to like a tech priest guy. Like, I think they should have had some like remnants of like either guard or maybe some space marines or some tech marine people still alive. I kind of don't like how everybody's dead. It would have been cool to like, oh, maybe you have to go rescue somebody, because you know it's a retro style game. You know, that they're copying, you know, Doom, but you're trying to make it like modern, and then you're putting 40k skin over it, which they did great. The whole 40k aspect is really fucking good. I love the pinkies and the blue demons. They're so cool. But I would have done a little bit more like RPG-ish when it came to like the Bolter. Maybe getting a larger mag instead of like also doing more damage. Like you can get different mags. You can actually select the ammo that you wanted to use. Instead of getting like the plasma rifle as your like missile launcher weapon, I would have actually gave him a fucking real missile launcher. And then you could choose like frag or crack missiles. Like it's not that big of a leap. And then you have like the Space Marine shotgun. It's like, like it does good. Like the damage is fucking fine. Like in the game, it's a great gun in the game. But like why would you have it? I just don't get why would you. You're copying Doom too much. You take the good shit from the old stuff. And then you kind of like mold it into your own thing. So like, don't bring the shotgun in it. Start chainsword, bolt pistol. Then you get the bolt gun or the bolt rifle. Then you get your plasma gun, which is, the AOE splash. Isn't that like I don't know? Isn't that I don't see it like if the round hits somebody else. And you're standing from that splash plasma damage hurts you. I don't think it would. Especially in power armor. But the plasma gun is fucking great. I love how it explodes if you use it too much. That's just like the lore, just like in the game. I think the melta-gun was a big fuck up. Instead of having that stupid, it's a double barrel shotgun from Doom. That's all it is. But it should have been a beam weapon, and I think the damage... I don't know, I think the damage is pretty decent on it. But I think it should have been the beam weapon. Don't even put the Volkite gun in here. It's like, why would you do that? We don't need two plasma-style weapons. Get rid of the Volkite, get a proper missile launcher that he has to, hand-load each rocket. The plasma gun's good, the melta gun would be fine if it was beamed. I keep thinking of what's the BFG gun? The grav gun. The grav gun is fucking great. The BFG, how they kind of made that into like a BFG weapon, I think is pretty well done. What else would I would have liked? I was thinking about this the fucking other day. I would have loved to see like a fucking flamethrower. Why couldn't we get a basic fucking flamethrower? For all the tight, up close shit, especially dealing with Nurgle and all those little spawn frog motherfuckers. Oh, the flamethrower would have been perfect. Why couldn't you give us the flamethrower? It would have been so great. I think other than that, the weapons are the biggest complaint I have. There's times where the NPCs, the little bad guys there, will get stuck on shit. The AI is a little shitty in my opinion. Sometimes people will see you from miles away, and then sometimes you can walk right up on them and they don't fucking do anything. Yeah, the plasma gun is such a fucking great weapon. It might be my fave, but it's not... I'll use the bolter more than anything. But man, that plasma gun's so beautiful. The one thing they really got right. Yeah, get rid of the fucking Volkite gun. That shit's kind of dumb. I wish the regular Space Marines were a little bit more of a threat. I wish the Terminator was... I wish the auto cannons that he has were a little bit more devastating. It's so weird that some of the bullets go slower than some of the magic shit. And then some of the magic shit's it depends what gun someone's shooting. The auto guns, I think the bullet should go a little bit fucking faster. It just seems so slow. And then with the Terminator. He's got the fucking, twin auto cannon, which should do a lot of fucking damage. It's a huge round. And it's so slow. It's so easy to, sidestep. Oh, don't forget, the heavy bolter is great. I love the heavy bolter. I would have preferred if it was, drum fed, rather than some, large belt that they seem to do. That's just, just how I feel about it. I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with the heavy bolter. I do like when you're shooting the fucking heavy bolter, your guy kind of moves back a little bit. Yeah, these motherfuckers are the best. I love these dudes. It's such probably the I hate you, yet you're the favorite guy to kill. Because when he gets on his knees and you fucking make him explode, it's like, ah, fuck you, bitch, you're not coming back. But they're probably the best like programmed AI guy out of all of them. You can see the other dude got fucking stuck on shit. It's so like the inconsistency kind of pisses me off. So let me talk about the graphics. It's kind of retro, but the graphics are like modern standard. And let me talk about that floating fucking skull thing right there. I fucking hate it. You can adjust how long it stays, but you can't get rid of the motherfucker. And I just want to get rid of him. He pops up, like when shit's going down, he pops up in front of you. The light of him, he's got light that fucking spreads everywhere, so I think somebody's coming up from behind or something. Constantly fucking with me. Get rid of that Vulcan shit. We don't need that. Everything else is good. Give us the proper missile launcher. Yeah, fuck that skull guy though. But let me talk about the back to the graphics. I'm gonna be rambling all over the fuck place. This is like almost a 30-minute long video. I think the graphics are pretty solid. I like how everything looks really authentic. Like, it feels like you're in a 40K world or place. The biggest complaint I have is you see giant tank rounds like you do in the background there. There's fucking artillery rounds. There's, like, shit scattered everywhere. And you'll go into some of the bigger buildings, the bigger, like, arenas, and it's like, okay, there's crates. There's the same fucking crates. Here's the same pipes. It's like they really I forgot about the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is good. It's not bad. It does its job. It's fun. I think it's almost like it almost works like a missile launcher because of the fucking range, and it does stick to the enemies. But yeah. But back to the graphic shit. I told you I'm gonna be all over the fucking place. I think the graphics are good. The first chapter is a little boring to me. You know, you're going through gates and stuff. The second chapter, you go outside, and then you go into the tunnels, and it's like a little, like, you fight the giant beetle monsters, which I'm like, they're okay. I get it. I get what you're trying to do. You're fleshing out the world, and these are things that live on the planet. They have nothing to do with chaos. They're just like the animal life that's already there. You know, it's kind of like dealing with that big monster, the big beetle monster. It's kind of like, it's alright. It's like, I don't give a shit. Give me something else to fight. The two major bosses are the greater demons, the fucking Nurgle, who's a bitch, and then you'll fight the big Zinch bird. And you fight them a lot. They're super rare in the first like chapter, and then all like, oh, you think this is the boss, but then like later you see them like all the time. Like they become like sub bosses, and then you'll do some arena shit, and then you'll fight one, then you'll fight another one, and it's like it happens a little too often in my opinion. I do like how the story is actually continued from Space Marine. Some of the places are really cool. I do love the elevator. We'll see a little bit of that later. Oh, I forgot about the bloat drones. The bloat drones are fucking cool. Their range is, in my opinion, shit with their guns. Like, that should go probably a lot like further out. But they're a lot of fun to kill. I was surprised when I first saw them. That's the only thing from Nurgle that I like. Everything else can go fuck itself. Those frogs take up way too much fucking damage from like a bolter. Like, they're the size of fucking cats or dogs, and you're telling me they're taking 10 bolter rounds to the face? You're fucked. It would have been really cool to see like Plague Marines and shit, or the Zinch Space Marines, the guys in that like Egyptian armor. That would have been really cool. Black Legion is a little bit boring, but you know, I guess they can because they're undivided, so they have all the gods and shit following them. And I believe with they're going to do a DLC or a part 2 for this, and they show the bloodthirster demons, so like all the corn stuff. Corn's pretty cool. I think Nurgle. I just hate Nurgle. And I played a lot of played against a lot of Death Guard players. I fucking hate those bitches. The faction, not the people, but you know. But this is, it's all right. It's not a great game. I think it's competent. It just needs some like retooling of some things. But like you've seen one level, you've pretty much seen all the other levels until you go to like the foundry and shit, and then it gets, like, in my opinion, really good with what's going on. But other than that, like, the color schemes are all the same. It's like, I get it, it's grim dark, but you can add some fucking color besides red and purple. And we have all the simple cliches of old video games. Got these moving walls. You got one level where you hit a button and then the lava goes, and you gotta run around all these pathways to get higher up and higher up. It's like that's all been done before, so it's kind of hard to bring something new in like a retro style game, because it has all been done. I mean, Quake 1, they had one little boss, and that was fucking it, and they gave up. Because even back then, it was like, it's done. You killed it. It's also kind of weird, like, some of the secret items are just in a box somewhere that you'll just walk into and find. But yet, some shit is, like, super hard to find. I don't know, it's got some weird quirks to it. A lot of the ammo and shit will respawn, and some of the fights they just go on for way too long. Some of the arena battles, like the end boss, is just like a gauntlet of endurance, and it's not fun. It's just okay. People keep spawning in. All right, kill the next guy. Oh, he's gonna do something else. All right, he spawns in this demon. Kill that boss. Oh, remember this boss? It's all the same. It's like the first sorcerer fight is really good. That was, in my opinion, probably the more original fights. But other than that, it's a lot of just the same. Chapter 3 is pretty much the best out of all the chapters. You get like a wider range of different like shit going on with the building and the style. This is the giant elevator that goes all the way to the surface. This was pretty cool. There's a gnarly Nurgle fight, and I hate Nurgle, so that would be the only downside to this battle. But I thought it was pretty cool how you'd open up each section. You move the giant elevator. You have to get off the elevator into like some side room to deal with shit, then come back with the key and move the elevator again. But the thing is they did a really good job on the size of everything. Like, every fucking place you go to feels enormous. Like in the world of 40K, like this, your regular fucking bathroom is like a 30 by 30 space with like stained glass windows and a cathedral ceiling and shit. So of course the elevator going to the top has to be big enough for like a Titan or some shit to like stand on. It's overall, like I said, it's a good game. It's a strong C+, maybe a B-. I feel right about saying like a C+. I think it's a good C+. They captured what made retro games good. They converted the world into the 40K universe, and they did a good job. They overused crates and some other things, like just throwing bullets and shit everywhere. They have an annoying serval skull that follows you everywhere. It's fucking retarded. Oh, I put this level in here because it's like, look, platforming, electric water. but the color was so like different from the rest of the game. It was a nice little break. It made me happy. There's that stupid toad that takes way too much fucking damage. This is pouring rounds into the son of a bitch. The heavy bolter is so good. The sound on the heavy bolter is nice and chunky. You don't have like those Devastator legs. If you ever looked at the old Space Marines, that the Devastators would have like a heavier like leg gauntlets or whatever. Like their leg armor was different from everybody else, so they could like resist. But over that, I think the game is fun. I'm looking forward towards the DLC whenever that comes out. Hopefully it does. Maybe we might see a rework of some weapons. I don't know what new weapons we'll see. It'd be cool to get like a multi-melter or like a las cannon. Like, I understand why like a lot of the heavy weapons aren't in the game, because it's a little awkward. Also, I wish you would have got like legit jump pack instead of the fucking little icons you run over and then you jump and this flies you over. I think that was really like a limp dick fucking idea. It was like, just give me a jump pack, give me a fuel level, and let me just jet around. It's like, or at least give me the ability when you hit like jump, you just shoot up at an angle and then you land like a fucking quarter of a mile away or some shit. I mean, they did it back in like I want to say like Half-Life. You got the double jump and shit like that. You know, it's technically, that's retro shooter technically now. So, you know, like I said, they got the ingredients right. They just, like, this fight was fucking stupid. Fighting this beetle shit. And I understand, it makes sense that, like, the Imperium, they would go out and they capture, like, exotic shit because there's some rich guy who wants to keep it as a pet. But it's like, oh, come on, dude. It's like, you fought this guy before, you fought him again. This is just padding. And he's just gonna, like, sit there and let me shoot him in the back for... Like, this is another one of those fucking bugs. It's like, sometimes the NPCs, they just, like, they start doing shit and then they just stop. Like, it's really weird. There's another open container. Another container! More containers! It's just goofy. Like, having the ammo laying around everywhere. It's like someone's gonna blow yourself up with that shit. I think they made these spaces so fucking big. I think in the long run, after they realized they did this, like, we made an awesome arena, and there's tons of space, but it's like, now you got to fill that shit, and it's just like anything else, like in real life. You know, you got a big room. Okay, we gotta get a couch, gotta get chairs, you gotta get, you know, maybe a little ottoman or something, pictures on the wall, but like, you don't cover the wall in pictures, you don't put chairs everywhere. Like, just pull back with some of this shit and then, you know, put it together. I don't know. I would have just done a few things a little bit more different. Like, maybe nerf these fucking toads. And you can't, like, not get hit by that fucking tongue. This is one thing, too, is like the Nurglings. Those little sons of bitches are like snipers, yet everybody else can't hit shit. It's so fucking goofy. Was this the last? Yeah, this was the last fight. Again, a huge arena. Ammo and health respawns constantly in, and it's sadly just a boring fight at the end. Not the worst boss fights I've ever played, but like definitely not like memorable. There's that stupid launch pad thing. I do love the little cultists. They're just there for, they're not a real threat to anybody. They're there for the wetting of the chainsword. So if I was to wrap it all up, I'd say this is a Who's fucking texting me? I'd say this is like a good Doom clone. I would say worth playing if you're a fan of 40K. If you're a fan of retro shooters, it's also worth playing. Doesn't do the job perfect, but it does. It's probably one of the better 40K video games out there, especially in the first person perspective. Hopefully the DLC or whatever will come out and we'll get like Corn Demons. Might get some new shit. Other than that, a strong C+. That's all. That's as best as I can do. It's the best as I can do. Strong C+. Alright. That's all for now. Take care. Bye. And die, bitches! Yeah, get rid of the fucking Volkite gun. Let's make that the Melta gun, damn it. Alright. Bye for real.